Hello, my name is Lata, and my debate topic is all people should have rights to own the guns. I will start with a history about the Hanadu gun, which is 34.7 centimeters long and weighs 6.21 kilograms. It's the oldest 16 firearm. Thankfully, it is very simple to date 1298. And late 13th century is also when the guns began to spread outside of China. Machine guns and submachine guns revolutionized warfare by providing soldiers with the previously unheard of firepower. Both the development of light and heavy machine guns and the design concepts that influenced the advancements are covered in the story. Even though there were many inventions, not all of them were successful. According to the nationwide survey, 48 of gun owners report that their primary motivation for owning a firearm is defense. Only 32% state that they do it primarily for hunting, and even less mention alternative uses like target practice. In 1999, 49% of respondents state that they primarily possessed a gun for hunting, but only 26% responded that their primary motivation was protection. Fundamental differences exist between gun owners and non-owners regarding the efficacy of new gun regulations. Compared to just 35% of gun owners, two-thirds, 66% of people who live in households without guns believe that Togher gun restrictions will lower the number of fatalities in mass shootings. I will start introduction for the first argument with the safety storage of the fire weapon because I want to show that it's possible to have fire weapon and store it in your house in a safe way, and there are some rules that people can train with to have it in a safe way. People should be held responsible for owning a gun. This argument will show a person's ability to own their own gun. Everyone who owns a firearm should know this rule. When I went to school for rifle shooting, it was my first rule that was taught to the kids. Even when holding an unloaded firearm, always keep it pointed in the safe direction. When a gun is pointed in a safe direction, it signifies that even if it were to fire, no one would be hurt. It is your duty as a gun owner to understand how to handle your weapon safely and to secure your handgun or firearm in your house. Make sure you understand how the gun works. Guns are not all the same. Understand how to safely open and close the gun action and how to take any ammunition out of the magazine or from the gun itself. Every gun has the name and the address of the maker. Write this down for free safety and operation instructions. Let's bring us to the topic and the answer to the counter argument. If all people had the gun, they would shoot each other. Why people can have their own firearms, in our case a gun, every person is able to have responsibility. Many people drive cars that can easily kill a person, but does not mean that all drivers in the world will start killing people on the streets. A gun is a tool. The purpose of use depends only on the user. For rebuttal, I choose the authors of the article "You Can the Guns Make Us Safer" is a myth. Chandler Ho and Devin Hughes telling us, despite arguments from the gun lobby and its allies, guns used for self-defense are not common, beneficial for society, or efficient in deterring mass shooting or criminal victimization. Every day, 327 people are shot in the United States. Of those, an estimated 170 die, while the other 210 deal with lifelong injuries. The truth is that guns are not typically used for self-defense, neither are they effective in determining mass shootings or criminal activity. In fact, guns are more likely to be used in violent crime, get stolen, result in a fatal accident, or be used to facilitate a criminal homicide that be used in a protective capacity. But let's start with a fact that besides America, there are many other countries where you can own firearms. Switzerland, high rate of civilian gun ownership with compulsory military service for men. Czech Republic allows people to carry concealed weapons for self-defense. Norway, while having some of the toughest gun laws in the world, allows for the purchase of shotguns and hunting rifles after stringent checks and training, which is good because when people are training and know how to use it, it will not cause this much problems. Finland, one of the highest rates of firearm possession in Europe, with strict rules on the use and storage. France, relatively straightforward to obtain a gun license. Canada, while not a constitutional right to bear arms, standard hunting rifles can be purchased with a license. New Zealand allows for the purchase of certain firearms. The United States has a significantly higher rate of gun death compared to most other countries, especially when considering firearm homicide rates. For example, the USA has a firearm homicide rate that is 33 times greater than Australia and 77 times greater than Germany, while the USA gun death rate is lower than some Latin American countries. It's still higher than Canada, the United Kingdom, Japan, South Korea, and China. It all depends on the people living in a particular country, their understanding of the safety of other people, their possession of weapons, their mental health state, and other equal important points, because a firearm will not fire by itself. As a closing remark, I have rates of firearm homicide among high-income countries with a population over 10 million in 2021. I have statistic table, which I will read now. Japan is 0. Republic of Korea is 0.01, United Kingdom is 0.01, Romania is 0.04, Taiwan is 0.05, Poland 0.05, Germany is 0.06, Spain 0.1, Czechia is 0.11, Australia is 0.14, New Zealand is 0.15, Portugal is 0.19, Italy is 0.21, Belgium is 0.24, Greece is 0.24, France is 0.24, Sweden is 0.34, Canada is 0.62, Chile is 1.2, Saudi Arabia is 1.46, and the United States of America is 4.52, is the biggest one. Its rates of firearm homicides per 1,100 populations. My goal was to spread the idea of ordinary human responsibility. We humans cannot predict the future. You never know what can happen to you, but in any situation, we are always responsible for what we do. People can blame guns, people can also blame other people. And if everyone really wants to reduce the death rate from firearms, I'm afraid that banning them will not deprive people of the desire to kill.